So now we're going to look at a problem that I think is more typical and more representative of what you could encounter in Chapter 5. And like I said in the prior video, I like to calculate cost of goods available for sale and then use that as my basis for my calculating of LIFO and FIFO from there on. I think it's just easier that way, and that's how we're going to work the problem we have on the screen. So ABC Company had to file an inventory of record for the month of January. We've got beginning inventory. I don't think I want that. I want to highlight. There we go. We got a sale and we got a sale, right? So let's just break this down. We sold 9 items, right? 7 and 2 is 9, right? And then we had beginning inventory and a purchase. We had 14 items available for sale. So just highlighting what we're going to be looking at is all I'm doing now. We're not working the problem. 14 minus 9 is 5. So we should have 5 items in ending inventory, right? That looks like SCI, doesn't it? But that's 5 in ending inventory. And I don't want to look at it anymore. But the point is there's 5 in ending inventory, right? Okay, so cost of goods available for sale. What you do is you take, excuse me, you take beginning inventory and then you take purchases, and that becomes your cost of goods available for sale. We already know there should be 14. We already calculated that. So 5 at 20, 5 at 20. Let me do this a little bit. There we go. 5 at 20 is 100. 9 at 12 is 108. When I say add, I'm just multiplying. So 5 times 20 is 100. 9 times 12 is 108. Add them up, you get 208. So cost of goods available for sale is $208. 100 plus 108 is 208. And we already talked about 14, but 5 and 9 is 14. And we just talked about how we have 5 units in ending inventory. All right, so we're going to work FIFO, and we already calculated goods available for sale. Okay, and we know we have 5 units in ending inventory. We've already talked about that. In FIFO, we start at the up here and work our way down selling. Okay, that's the direction we go. So that means we would have sold 5, all of 5, and then we would have started working our way through purchases on the 11th as we worked our way down. So all of 5 is gone. Now again, how many did we sell? We sold 9. So 5 of the 9 is sold. We need to sell 4 more. So that means there's 5 left of purchases. We also know there's 5 left, period. All right, so if this was the last line and there was 30 lines in between purchases, between beginning inventory and this last purchase line, it would be all but 5 of that last line. So with the way I do it, all I got to do is take 9 minus 5, subtract it, and I got 4. That's it, I'm done. I know I sold 4 of those. It also means even less required of me, this method. That means I got 5 of these bought on the 11th left in inventory. So 5 times 12 is 60. So my ending inventory is 60. Really not a whole lot of work here. Okay, you just got to stay organized and remember what you're doing. And practice, practice, practice. So 208 minus ending inventory gives us the cost of goods sold. That goes back to Chapter 4. We've been doing that since Chapter 4. 208 minus cost of goods available for sale minus ending inventory gives you cost of goods sold. All right, let's do it again, except for, let's do it for LIFO. I thought I hit there we go. Now, in LIFO, we're going in a different direction. We sell in that order. So these 7 that are sold come from purchases, right? And then these 2 come from, I don't care if they weren't around there or not when we sold them, it doesn't matter. We work our way this way. So we sold all but, we had 5 in ending inventory, right? So we have consumed up all 9 of these and we have 5 left. So we have 5 at 20. So in ending inventory, On LIFO, we have 100. So again, we have this same cost of goods available for sale. We just talked about 5 times 20 equals 100. So 208 minus 100 equals 108. So cost of goods sold on FIFO is higher than cost of goods sold under LIFO. Weighted average, love it. I wish everything was that easy. So what you do is you write down, basically you just recalculate cost of goods available for sale right here. This table is recomputed, 208, you see that? I'll let you pause the video and compare them, okay? Anyway, so what you do is you have 208. Now, how many units do we have that we could sell? We have 14. We have 14 that we could sell. So you take 208 divided by 14 and you get 14.86 rounded. And then we will use 1486 as our number instead of 20 or 12. Let me show you on the next screen. So we have 5 units remaining. Whether it's FIFO, LIFO, weighted average, it doesn't matter. We have 5 units in ending inventory. That's a fact, Jack. Now, we're going to multiply that by what dollar amount? It depends if it's LIFO, FIFO, or weighted average. So we just calculated 1486. So 5 times 1486 is 74. 208 minus 74 is cost of goods sold. Yet another number different for cost of goods sold. And I bet before you took this class, you thought, man, this is just specific. Everything on that balance sheet, income statement is just exact. It's to a penny. It's a fact. There's generally accepted accounting principles. You can, depending on the circumstances, use one of these if it makes sense for your company and industry that it operates in. Okay, one last one. And this one, we're at 7 minutes on this video. And it's one of those that you're just going to have to sit down after I show you and let it make sense. It's just one of those things. Yeah, I could walk you through it. We'd have a 30-minute video. Nobody would watch it. So I'm just going to hit the highlights. Okay? Everything's the same. We still have 14 available for sale. We still have 5 in ending inventory. It's just we specifically know what we sold. There's no doubts about it. So like a jewelry store, right? I can't write it. I give up writing with a mouse. My days of writing with a mouse are almost to an end. So anyway, so jewelry stores, anything with a very high dollar, low volume, very specific inventory, they use specific identification, okay? I'm even thinking maybe like we could look it up in their financial statements. I'm not going to. When I say we, y'all could. Westinghouse or somebody makes incredibly large generators. They might do specific. Boeing, I bet Boeing, those companies that make planes, they're probably very specific, right? I mean, an airline orders 10 planes for $1 billion or whatever, right? That's very specific. Boat builders like cruise lines, those are specific identification of this. Very specific, right? All right, so anyway, I digress. So we have beginning inventory. Now it's the same as 100. On 1.5, they bought these items. And in case you're wondering, they're all there. Beginning inventory, these are beginning. Then we got Z2 and Z5 that are sold. And then these are bought, and then these are sold. It would be easy if it wasn't for this. At different prices. So we need to know which ones sold because we got a different price depending on which of the two, beginning or the purchase. All right, so on 1.5 we sold 2 items and they were Z2 and Z5. So they were from the beginning inventory and they are 2 at 20, which is $40. And then on the 18th, we sold Z1 and Z3. Well, Z1 and Z3, let's come up here to the original. Z1 and Z3 come from the original beginning inventory. $20, and the rest come from the $12 inventory. That's the example of me just moving things through quickly. It'd make a long video if I didn't. So 2 at 20 is 40, and then the rest of these, 5 of them, 12 at 60. So 40 and 60 is 100. So cost of goods sold is 40 plus 100. That specific identification method. I would take about 5 to 10 more minutes, pause the video and think it through, maybe rewatch what I just did. It makes a lot of sense. I don't think I put maybe one problem on the homework, maybe a little something on the test about this. So it's low stakes on this, but I think it'd be a waste of points on your exam, or a waste of an opportunity to earn points on your exam, because I think this is very doable and to learn it in a very short amount of time. Tell you what, it's 10 minutes. I'm going to make another video after this. We'll pick up with the hemming company in the next video.